Beth.
Hello guys, today I'm interviewing Gavin Gwynne, the boxer. Hello mate. So far in your career, what has been your hardest fight?
Hardest fight probably James Tennyson for the British title in Ed Ewan's back garden during a box during lockdown. So that was probably the hardest fight, probably due to lack of training and everything else. But he's a really good fighter. No disrespect to James Tennyson, he's a really good fighter. But yeah, that was probably the hardest fight, I'd say.
Yeah, were you confident going into that?
I was confident, yeah. Thought I was winning the fight, but he's got that one punch power. Obviously, caught me on top of the head, scrambled my senses, and then I just couldn't. Well, I couldn't regain my senses, sort of thing. And he's a really good finisher. He's a world class finisher, world class fighter. So it was just one of them. But yeah.
That was unfortunate, mate. I was watching that.
Yeah.
Good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was. I thought I was like coming into it as well. I thought, I think it was the end of the 6th round. I started backing him up, and I had a little nick on the top of my eye. And my corner put some adrenaline in it, and they told me in the corner for the first minute now just have a dance about on them, touch it, let the adrenaline work. And I think I just switched off when they told me that. I think I just switched off for like, I don't know, it could have been a second, do you know what I mean? And I got caught and he scrambled my senses, but it is what it is. This boxing, you're going to get hit, and it's like the old saying, you go swimming, you're going to get wet. So
yeah, of course you fought Joe Cadena as well. Was that tough?
No, not really tough. Just more of a thinking fight. That was more of a chess match. It wasn't so much tough. I don't even think I had a black eye coming out of that fight. So it wasn't tough in that sense, but mentally tough. It was more than anything. Yeah, really good footwork. Joe got really fast hands. Beat me on the night. Great fighter, and I think he's gonna go and win a world title this year as well. So
yeah,
and he's a fellow countryman as well. So I'm going to be backing him to go and win our world title.
Yeah, of course you also fought Jack. What's his surname again? Jack Reef or something.
Jack O'Keefe, yeah.
Yeah,
Jack
O'Keefe. Yeah, that was a good fight, mate.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I made it harder for myself than I should have done. Probably how many months I was probably out of the ring for like 8 months. Bit of ring rust, and I hurt my hand in the second round as well. But I had him going a couple of times. I hurt him to the body a couple of times, and I was just I don't know what it was. I got a really bad temper, and I just wanted to get him out of there, if I'm honest. And I didn't stick to the game plan. When I was sticking to the game plan, I was getting my shots off and hurting him, and then he was coming in with his head. He's a tough old geezer, Jack. Fair play to him. He took some heavy punishment, and he kept on going all night. So respect to him for that. Like really tough guy. Respect him after the fight. But I made it a lot tougher than what it should have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, you've got a big fight coming up against Luke Wills for the British and Commonwealth lightweight titles. Have you watched Luke Wills fight before?
I watched him box against Ryan Charlton. It was on a matchroom show. That was the only really time I've watched him. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you think that he won the fight? Because I thought it was close.
Yeah, it was a close fight. It could have gone either way, but the first couple of rounds he was getting his shots off and moving off. But then, like the second half of the fight, then Ryan was using his strength and his abilities and closing him down. So it could have gone either way. It was a close fight. I think it was a point in there, wasn't it, on the scorecards.
Yeah,
So like that just goes to show, and it was a good fight, really. Yeah, they're both good fighters. Yeah.
yeah. Of course. Is it at your call? Yeah.
Yoko, yeah. I've never boxed there. But I've had a open workout there on the Lomachenko and Luke Campbell and the card. And the atmosphere in the open workout was brilliant. So I can't wait. I can't wait to box there with all my fans, all my crazy fans. Like it'll be a dream come true to box there. Like,
Yeah. How's training going, mate?
yeah, flying at the moment. Still got, what was it, 7 weeks? 7 weeks today, is it? 7 weeks today I got.
Yeah, 7 weeks, I think. Yeah.
7 weeks. Like, I just come back off a run now. I had a new PB in my running as well, so happy with that. I had a PB yesterday in my deadlift, so I'm absolutely flying at the moment. Doing 12 rounds, 10, 12 rounds sparring every other day. I could fight next week if I wanted to, but like my trainer's trying to hold me back now, so I don't peak. So the next couple of weeks now is just going over the game plan and doing the round sparring, and then ready for fight night on the 15th. Then
Yeah. Who've you been sparring?
A load of different boys really. We've got a couple of southpaws in the gym because Luke Willis is southpaw, so we got a couple of good prospects in the gym who's southpaw, and people have been coming down from Gloucester, Bristol. We're all different lads just coming down. It's a mix of them, and they're all jumping in and out with their different styles. So one will come in for 4 rounds, they'll jump out, and a fresh one will jump in to keep me on my toes, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got a great bunch of sparring, and yeah, and I really enjoying camp at the moment, if I'm honest. Yeah.
Anyone in your gym that I should look out for the future?
One special talent is Jordan Withers, the Welsh Canelo, they call him. Unbelievable talent. I've seen him. We've been over to LA training camp. Seen him sparring world level fighters, and the 50-50 rounds. Like, and he's when we went over there, he didn't even have one pro fight. So even Freddie Roach was like praising him and everything else to us and saying how good he was. So if that's coming from Freddie Roach, you know what I mean? He's going to be a star, like he is, and he's only young. He's only 21. So I reckon by the time he's 26, 27, he'll be world champion. And I think if he stays dedicated and keeps his head down, trains hard, I think he'll become multiple weight world champion. He's got the talent, he's got the ability. He's just got to stay focused now and determined, really.
Yeah. Who's your favourite fighter currently?
Currently, I'd say Canelo. Yeah. My all-time favourite is Johnny Tapia.
Yeah.
Have you seen any of his fights on YouTube?
No, mate.
Right, so type into YouTube Johnny Tapia. There's a documentary on it. There's loads of his fights. What a fighter, but what an entertaining fighter. He just loved to fight. He was class. He could box. He could fight. He could do everything, and he was a real crowd pleaser. Like, yeah. So when we finish this interview, get on YouTube and check him out, and I'm sure you'll love it as well.
Yeah, will do, mate. Did you watch Canelo's 3 fights last year?
Yeah. Watch them all. The last one, what was his name? The unbeaten guy. Plant. I thought that was a really good fight. I thought Plant could come back and win another world title, because Canelo now I think he's at his peak. So a couple more fights, I think he's going to retire anyway. But I think Plant is going to come back. He's a really special fighter. And the Billy Joe Saunders fight,
yeah,
I don't know, but I could see that coming. I knew that's what Canelo's like. You lose the first couple of rounds. It don't matter who it is. You lose the first couple of rounds and work you out, and then he sort of start putting his shots together and then gets you out of there, sort of thing. But
Yeah.
the planned fight I like the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
Really good fight. Really good fight. Enjoyed that.
Same. What's your favourite strike in a fight?
Punch.
Yeah.
Got to be an uppercut.
Yeah.
Got to be the uppercut. Do you see the one I threw against Joe Cordina?
Yeah, good shot, mate.
Yeah, it was a really good shot. I think I should have thrown it a bit sooner, but yeah, I think that's the perfect shot, especially for a tall fighter like myself. Is a perfect shot. The uppercut, you uppercut to the body, uppercut to the head, brings your head up, and then come back over the top. Really good shot, I think.
Yeah. Did you believe you beat Joe Cordina?
Yeah. I thought I had the ability, but on the night he was the classier boxer. I think he won. I think it was 6 or 7 rounds to 4. He won. Was it? I can't really remember the scorecards now. 116, 112 on 2. Was it on 2 scorecards? Just the first half of the fight, he was picking his shots nice and clean. Obviously that amateur pedigree showed in the first couple of rounds, but then I started coming back in the second half of the fight. But it was a good fight. I enjoyed it, and it was a learning fight, and I think I improved from that fight.
Yeah. What age did you start boxing?
Around about, I think it was 10, 9, 10. Boxed for a few years, just training. Didn't have no fights, and then I gave it up for a couple of years, and then I come back 17, 18, and really gave it a good go. Then from there I started training tidy. I was only, as a kid, I'd only go into the gym when I was like, it was raining or just wanted to get off the street sort of thing. But once I started taking it serious, I had my first amateur fight, and then I went on to win a novice title. I went on to win open class title, Welsh national title, and then I boxed for Wales for a number of years. And obviously then I turned pro, and well, since about 17, 18, I really put my foot down and gave it my all, really.
Yeah. Are your tickets, have you got tickets for your next fight? Yeah.
I haven't got tickets available at the moment, probably being because it's like 7 weeks out, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks I'll have tickets sorted, and obviously the prices and everything else. I'll do a post as soon as I get tickets. I'll do a post and then see how much the tickets are, and try and get some good numbers up to the York goal.
Yeah. Hopefully I can try and come to support you, mate.
Yeah, definitely. But you're more than welcome. I'll try and see if Lee can get some complimentary tickets to you.
Thank you, mate.
No problem.
If you manage to get past, not looking past Luke Wills because he is a good fighter, but if you do win, those massive fights on the table for you, mate.
Yeah, definitely. The lightweight division at the moment is stacked from domestic level all the way up to world level. So, this is a big moment for me. This title means everything to me. Like I've lost for it twice before, and I'm not going to be denied this time. And I'm not looking past this fight and saying I want to go into this fight. And this fight, that's all I got eyes on now is Luke Willis and beating him on the 15th. If I'm honest.
Yeah. Do you get nervous before you walk out?
Yeah, to a certain extent. It's all about. This is my 17th fight, so as a professional, so you learn to deal with your nerves a lot better. The more fights you have, you learn to deal with them a lot better. channel them into something, and so for a better outcome. Obviously, every fighter has nerves. I get more nervous in the changing rooms more than anything. And then as soon as I start walking to the entrance and start hearing the crowd, and I get more excited than anything. I'm the type of fighter who likes to have a big crowd, likes to have a good fan base, likes the music, likes all the show business sort of side of it, the lights, the cameras, and putting on a good performance and a performance to please the crowd, really.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for people who are trying to get into boxing?
For the youngsters, just be dedicated more than anything. I know a couple of boys, they could have been really good fighters, but obviously didn't stay dedicated. On the piss every other weekend, eating junk constantly, so their weight was ballooning. Just live a clean and healthy lifestyle. You can do that all that after you finish your career. So my advice is to just live a clean, healthy lifestyle. You only got to do it for a certain number of years, 10, 12 years while you're a professional. But like, whoever wants to get into fighting or get into boxing, if you go into any amateur boxing gym, I'm sure they'll welcome you with open arms. I know it's intimidating going into a boxing gym, but everyone's welcome in a boxing gym. There's no racism. There's no bullying. There's nothing in boxing gyms. No matter who you are, no matter who you work for, in boxing gyms, is none of that. It's all about respect. And if any kid or anything like that is getting bullied, they're more than welcome to go to the boxing gyms and learn how to fight. And I bet the trainers and the coaches will help them out with other stuff as well then.
Yeah. And my last question is, if you could fight anyone, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Arturo Gatti. That's another one of my all-time favorite fighters. Just to say that I've been in the ring with him. I'm not saying I would have done very well against him, but do you know what? It would have been an absolute honor to be like the other side of the ring of him, and not even just to fight, just to spar him. Do you know what I mean? It would have been amazing.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, mate, and hopefully I can support you on the 15th.
No worries. Nice one, Beth.
Thank you, mate. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.